Hey, what's up, team? It's Navarro, head trader at Stocks Club 13. It's Thursday, August 31st, 2023, and in this video, I'm gonna go over the trades that we had today, the trades that we're looking into, and also we're gonna break down the SPY. And just to add to that, guys, this is not investment advice. I'm telling you what to buy, what to sell. You trade at your own risk. With that out of the way, guys, I also want to remind you that we have the labor data coming up tomorrow morning before market opens, so that is gonna either make or break the stock market, at least in the near future. So let's go ahead and get this going. We have the SPY on an uptrend, sell off, and now it's reversing, but we did find some resistance up here right at this level here, so we'll come to this in a little bit. We do have the high 52-week high up here, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start our trend line. So we basically have 2 points where we can make a line where we can now have a trend line. So that's where we're at right now. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bend this to the right, and over here as well, you can see if you draw a line here, you have a trend line right there, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and go to the 20-day 1 hour. I'm gonna get pre-market and aftermarket out of there. Let me go ahead and make it a little better here. Let's see if this one will give us a better one. So the 4 hour works better. So right now, right here we have the high, pullback, then we have another high. So we're gonna go from pivot high to pivot high, right? So we got a little trend line there. So what we can do here is we can redraw this as a channel, and we're gonna go with the lowest higher low, and now we got our upward channel, right? So now we're looking for that downtrend here, that reversal, profit taking, you name it. Again, this is all depending on the labor data drop. So right now, as a pure technical analysis, not taking into account any news, if we were to play just the technicals, we would be buying puts, we would be selling this, right? Because of course we've already, looks like we're overbought a bit. Look at the RSI, and we should be experiencing at least some profit taking, right? That's what we're looking for. And what levels can we look for the pullback? Well, we're going to look at the overall market here and see where we can find some inflection points, some confluences. So right now I see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this level right here looks to be where there's a lot of price reaction. So we're gonna go ahead and mark that off and do our little zone right there. That's our demand zone, and that would be around the 448 level, and I want to say maybe 448.80, 449. All right, so here I don't like this right there, but we can always edit. Go here and type in the number you want. Press OK, and look at that. All right, so right here, if we do start selling off a little more, we're gonna break 450. If we break below 450, you don't enter until you see the pullback. So I'm gonna go to the, I don't have it here, but I'm gonna go to the 1 day 5-minute chart. All right, so here what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for this 450. You see how 450 was support, resistance. Well, tomorrow, if we go down, if we break below this, okay, let me go ahead and just make it a little more precise. Okay, so if we break below this, we'll create that alert just in case we do. what we want to do is wait for this type of action, guys. We want to go break below, come back up, and it's okay, we go a little past it. Then we want to reject and come down lower to these levels, right? That's what we want to do. That's what we want to wait for, the confirmation. We want to see the break below, we want to see it come back up, and again, it could get past it or it could stay right below it, but it's got to come near the zone. And then you enter, and you're gonna have your stop loss just somewhere here, very tight stop loss. It's either gonna work or it's not. All right, so we're not gonna sit here and hope. It's you watch for the rejection. Once you get it, you enter and you set your stop loss right above that 450 level. Okay, and then of course profit taking 449 or lower. 448 is our target, but this zone is your take profit zone. Don't look back, take profits, and walk away. All right, and don't come back to try to trade again. All right. So now with a SPY out of the way, again, the bull side, guys, is the labor market, the news sends the stocks higher. Then again, just wait for your setup, wait for pullbacks, and then sell the rip. You buy the dip, you sell the rip. There's nothing more to it other than that. The downside is right here, as I explained it. So now let's go to PayPal, guys. Let's go ahead and go to your 1 day. So this one I spoke about how we came down, right? And we formed the left shoulder. I do it a little better here. Did the left shoulder, got the head, and then we got the right shoulder, right? So these setups are awesome because they work like this, guys. We come up, come down, and then we go up. And as I explained in that last video, that's the way it worked out exactly. Okay, so this is your inverted head and shoulders. Now we came to the neckline, right? We came to the neckline and we got rejected. Also, the market is turning. So right now, I would just wait till this one breaks above. We want it to come up. We want it to come down. We want it to test and then show us confirmation that it wants to keep going up. We enter the trade. We set our stop loss below. We take our profit target to the break, the gap here where we gapped down a few weeks back. Okay, so that's what we want to wait for. All right. Again, you have to be patient, wait for your setups, and then take the trade. Plug, same idea, guys, bottom reversal. Okay, I told you this one was gonna work. It worked perfectly. Look at this right here. I know we didn't trade that big push, but we traded it here, got profits, swang it, and then traded it here and got profits. And then of course this one was just a complete yes. As soon as we got out, it had the big rip, but that's fine. I believe this was the day when we had the data drop on the JOLTS job report, where I just completely turned to cash. I didn't want to be involved in the market volatility because it could have easily been a bad report and we could have been to red, like hugely red to the downside, and I already had profits, so I would have hated to give them back. And again, there would be more opportunities. So when it comes to news, I'd rather be patient, just let the market do what it's gonna do, and once it gives me a setup and a good trade opportunity, then I'll go back in. So again, plug. Now we're waiting for that confirmation on reversal. We'll see what happens again tomorrow before market open, excuse me. FTX, this one, top reversal, guys. This one's the opposite. Now we're looking for that top reversal. All right, so we had to push, came down, came up, came down, did not make a higher high. and then we came down. And now this is usually what happens. It comes and retests some levels, but as you can see, guys, if we go here, all right, we are starting to fall back down, right? So hopefully we do get that sell-off tomorrow. I'll be taking profits anyways and move on from this one. Right now, I am a little bit red, but I think this one is about to just, the bottom is about to fall. This is just probably a liquidity grab. It did have some news yesterday, but I don't think it was enough to send it higher. So in my opinion doesn't matter. I think it's gonna go lower. Depends on the market again, market dependent. IONQ, guys, traded this one nicely. Bought it here, sold it here, and now it's starting to show signs of reversal. It got a little doji here, little shooting star candle here, so it might be the first signal of reversal. But again, same idea here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this pattern, guys, you need to learn it. You got it everywhere. It happens everywhere. Now, this is a little bit of a inverted head and shoulders, so it might signal a higher price action later on, or it might just be a false breakout, because we do have this rejections here where it doesn't want to go higher than that. So this again, if you are going to trade it to that high side, we gotta wait for confirmation, let it come up, break, retest, and go. PERI, this one we did not trade, but we do have this little setup here where we have that inverted head and shoulders as well. I spoke about it in the last video. Came down, came back up, and we're still within this wedge pattern. So we just gotta wait for either the break above or break below, and then retest and confirmation. If it retests and does not reject, then we're gonna look for retest and then continuation. Right, so again, you have to wait for the setup. CBNA, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days been running up, again indecision candle with the market. The market had a little bit of a down day today, so this one did stay a little bit strong, but I feel that it's at a level where if it breaks below 48, let it break, retest, and then we follow the trend, right? Or if it breaks, comes back up, retest, and moves higher, that's something else. Again, wait for the setups. Uber, guys, 1, 2, 3. And if you notice where it's getting rejected, right where we have that confluence, right? Rejection, 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 rejection. And then we got rejected. And then we moved higher, and then we got rejection, rejection. So key area for it, either continuation or reversal, guys. Right now, with the market turning around, this might just come back down. All right, so again, Uber, wait for that setup, and then we'll trade it. Dash, I spoke about this one too. I told you it's gonna go higher, and now it's doing the same thing. 1, 2, 3, right? So we'll see what happens here. Right now, there's too many stocks setting up. Focus on the ones you trust the most. Again, if it fails, patterns fail. So don't feel bad when you enter a trade and the setup just fails. They are gonna fail. It is your job to know that it failed and that it's beyond your control. But what's not beyond your control is pushing the buy and sell button. If it does not work, if it's not working, do not force it. Just cut your losses. Do not look at it again. Go look for something else. If you see a similar setup, trade it again. Okay, you trade your setups no matter what. But you always stick to your rules, whether it works or not. You press the buy, you press the sell, get in, get out, and then move on. TWLO, guys, just want to go over it. I told you this one was a perfect setup, guys. We nailed this one. We got that lower low, and then we got the higher low. We entered on this day, sold here, and then it continued higher. Now, it's a huge breakup, It broke out with volume, guys. With volume. Now I want to trade this one again, but I'm gonna wait for it to come down. I want to see a pullback, and again, the market is right now kind of in limbo with that labor data tomorrow. But if this stock stays relatively strong, if the market starts selling off, and then TWLO starts showing signs of strength versus the market, then this is something that we want to go and trade because it has more strength than the market itself. All right, so TWLO is still on long call setup. AFRM, this one, guys. So I know I called out some puts today and it just continued higher, guys, but I think it's just a liquidity grab. And think about it, I've told you about the setups. Let it break down, retest, and then sell off. Well, the same applies here. This is the zone. You see the rejection. So what is it doing right now? It's breaking out. And look at the volume, it's decreasing volume. So what is it more likely to do? It's gonna come and retest these levels, right? It comes down, retests, we take profits here, we're on puts, we take profits, and no matter what happens here, we just let it set up again for either long calls or for puts. Breaks below, retests, and comes down, we buy puts. If it comes down, comes back up, retests, and holds, then we buy calls. You know, it's that simple. But if it continues, if it just kind of flags here, then all it's gonna do is gonna eat up our lunch with time decay. So we want to see tomorrow, we want to see it really come down. All right, so that is it for me, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.